Okay, we're gonna double check. I'm waiting to making sure that I am live. Because today I'm gonna tell you, technology, it's gonna kill me. Like seriously. I think of live, I'm gonna make sure that I see you guys, that you guys can hear me. I'm gonna kill the volume on my phone. Like I said, technology today, not my friend. And we'll talk about it because you guys are gonna laugh, And of course you're gonna laugh because you guys know that. My life is always out there for the public to see it. So, like I said, we're gonna wait a little bit until you all join me. And we're gonna make sure that everything is okay. Everything seems to be working for me right now. I am out of a mouse, so that's gonna be fun right now. Okay, so you guys can see me, and you guys can see it super clear right now because apparently it seems that I killed. I swear my husband is gonna be so happy today when he gets home. I've killed the camera of my laptop. How? Don't ask me how. All I know is I turned on the computer and there was a blur line in between in the camera. So I think by accident I probably squeezed the camera and created like a dent. Oh, thank God I had a second streaming camera, so I had to plug it in. Of course, like I said, technology is gonna be the death of me. But that aside, hi everyone. My name is Nathalie D'Souza. I'm part of the video design team for Pinkfresh Studio, and I'm going to be your host today. I know I've been here for a while, and it's because Kathleen is taking a vacation, so I'm covering for her for a few of her dates. But I'm glad you guys are here. I see Esther, I see Jane. I think it's Heather on the other side today. I'm hoping. If not, sorry, Leah. I don't know which one of you guys is. Thank you for being here. I'm coming from Toronto, Canada, and it's nice. I'm gonna say it was nice and sunny 2 minutes ago. Now it's nice and cloudy. I think it's gonna rain, and I wouldn't surprise me and if it comes like sunny in the next, 20 minutes, because the weather's a little bit crazy around here. So I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys, are enjoying your time. I know the camera looks great. I'm just, like I said, I do, but now I need to find and I just caught it because this is like, I went to my son's bedroom because I got a new camera for the streaming, so I gave him the old one, so I went to unplug it, and he had this little a contraption. Don't ask me what it's called, but you're able to plug in a whole bunch of SUVs in there, and of course. Me, my desperation, I think I destroyed one of the SUV ports in my laptop too. So of course, like I said, it's like technology is gonna be the death of me and my husband because he's gonna be home and be like, "What'd you do?" We just bought a new printer because I print a lot of photos, and I think I killed the other one. It was already like an old, but still, it just gives you a little bit of what I am all about. But I'm glad you guys are here. We'll talk about my woes after when we start, documenting everything and creating, our project. I am glad you guys are here. I always have ideas. And today we're going to be using the tourist mode collection. And I'm just giving some time until all of you guys find us. Remember that every time you comment or you share this feed, at the end of the live session, Heather will pick up a winner for a gift certificate to the shop. And there's a lot going in the shop. Before we go into, what we're going to be creating, there is a promotion, and I think it's the Indigo Vines stamp set that you get for free once you purchase a certain amount in the shop. But there's going to be a new release soon. So if you want to save your money for that, be great. But there's also a chance to register for the Create and Connect the holiday session. So, and I'm going to tell you that we'll be there. I actually signed up because I think it's beautiful. And I hope you guys to see you there. So if you're the winner of the $15 gift certificate, make sure you save it and come join us. And if you buy something, then let us know what you buy, because we're nosy and we like to know. So I think we have I see a few more names. I see a lot of names. I see a lot of things popping up in my computer right now, and I have no mouse because, like I said, technology is going to be the death of me. So I'm going to flip the camera and we're going to get started because there might be quite a bit to do today. Okay. So like I said, no mouse, This laptop is a new one that I'm still learning how to use it. And I have two cameras that have the same name now. So bear with me, guys. Okay, there we go. It worked. Okay, let's close the chair. Let's drink some water. Don't break the table too, because you're good at all those things. Sorry, guys. So today we're gonna work with the tourist mode collection. And last week we worked with the same collection too. And I created like something very simple. You know what? I'm gonna run to get it so you see it. Okay, so this is what we created last week. So very simple. We used only paper. And I said at the end, like, oh my God, before we go any further, I see a lot of like, my friends are here, but then I see that we have some new friends. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and we're gonna have fun. So going back into the layout, this is what we created last week. Very simple. It is like all about paper last week. So it was all about using like, the paper to create this design. And I said last week, simple, we got it together. It took us less than an hour to put it all together from start to end. So you can do it. Make sure you watch the replay. And I told you last week, if you were here with me, but if you're not, don't worry about it. I said next week we'll use dyes and other products from the shop to create a layout. So we're going to go into, let's say, step 2 of this layout. So let me put that aside. And let's look at what I have. So I have all my embellishments here, and I have them on the side here. So I'm going to move them out of the way. I have a whole bunch of things. I just realized that I didn't bring something. But so I have my paper pads. I have my, my pad here. And we're going to be very like, we're going to take our times to create it. I've done a little bit of the work ahead of time. So because we're going live and, it is time constraining. So I'm going to use two things today. One of the things I'm going to use, and everything that I'm using is available at the shop, and you can find it in the description of this video. So make sure, like, if you see you're watching the video, just, go below. There's links straight to the shop. So I have my Sparkling Diamonds cover plate die. Let me say it properly. And I have the next nested hexagons. And I had this idea, and trust me, sometimes I have ideas, and like, once you put them in paper, I was like, what was I thinking? And I struggle with the idea. So, and I'm going to be very honest. I struggled with the idea last night when I was prepping, and the day before going, I don't think it's going to read as well as, as you should, because it was just not clicking. If it doesn't click for me, I know it's not going to click for you guys. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So then I went to bed. And I was thinking about, oh, what am I going to do and this and that. So then I woke up today, well, actually last night, midnight, which is the best time for me to think. And I thought, you can do something that you can apply to a whole bunch of different techniques. You can apply it to a lot of collections, not just this one. And you can also apply it to a card. So I said again, I'm using the nested hexagons, and I am using the sparkling diamonds. So what I've done a little bit ahead of time, let me just move the papers out of the way. Is I've gone and because I have to separate it. So I have my photos here. And because it's Father's Day, I thought I found a picture of my husband and my 3 kids, the favorites. Don't forget that. Okay. So I've gone ahead and actually gone and created, I'm going to say quite a few. Where did I take this from? I think it's from here. Okay, I created, I think, let me see, around 6 of these panels with the sparkling diamonds cover die. I use the Hammer Mill 100-pound cover copy, which is the one that, we recommend for foiling because the one we use for foiling. I've cut all of them out of the white cardstock. So did that. Then I brought the nested hexagons. And this one has the coordinating hard foil plate, and I cut some of them. So you're gonna see that I've saved one to cut live because it took some time cutting. And I've cut this one here. I'm gonna go with the third one from the outside, if I'm not mistaken. So I cut the fourth one from the outside. See, I should have marked it. Okay, so this ones are from the fourth from the outside, and I think I cut two and a half panels with it, even the little pieces I'm saving. Okay, and then I think this one is from here too. See, yeah, this one is from here too. Doesn't matter, like, do the little sparklets align? It doesn't really matter. And then I went with the fifth, which is the next one down from the outside, and I cut a few more panels. I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk to you why I did that. So let me just put this, I have to separate it because this is the one more. This is going to stay here. And you're going to see that I saved all the little pieces. So I'll save this here. I'm going to put the bigger one over here. I have my panel here. Let's put this away. I have my little die cutting machine here just in case. Okay, so let's put this here. So my plan for today. Okay, so I'm going to work with pattern paper. I'm going to use pattern paper for my background. I'm actually also going to use some cardstock to help me with this. And I was playing with some ideas of the paper. So I want to create, I don't know where I put my first layout. I think I put it in an album, so I'm not going to go dig through it. But if you see this collection, it has a lot of geometric designs in it, like a lot. So I thought, I can play with the idea of mixing the geometric designs for my page. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to create, think of it like kind of an interesting background, and we're going to complement it with the photo. So let's find a paper that is going to, I want to go with something that's going to complement my picture. So I want something either in green or in blue. I think it's going to make my layout pop out, and I'm going to bring a lot of white into it too. So let's just find the paper. I play with a few ideas, and you're going to see that I've cut a lot of the paper. So this was one that I had in mind. That's one. And the other one that I also pulled aside was this one. And I even think that I used that to help me cut let me see, where's the other one that I had? So let's just, yeah, these are the two. This one here is another one that I pulled. And so we're going to audition the papers, literally. That's what we're going to do right now. And then you're going to tell me, and I'm going to tell you what my idea is. So I want to combine, like I said, I want to combine geometric shapes for my background. So you see, there's like what I have right now, there's a lot of lines in it. So what is another, shape that is going to be kind of contrasting to this are circles. So I thought, maybe I cut out, and you're going to see, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can cut out the paper, create circles, back those circles with the hexagon, and that's going to bring a lot of interest to my background. It's going to cut out all these lines, make it like soften it a little bit, and then I add the picture. So we're going to work in layers. Now, the only thing here is what I'm showing you, these three papers, is so you see what colors I'm going for. See, if I go with the green, it works perfect with my photos. If I go with the blue, it works great. I don't know, I like the green. I think it's a little bit softer. And I like this one too. So let's move this one out of the way. So these are the two that I was debating on. Like, I gotta be honest. And then I'm gonna show you the little hexagon idea. And you don't have to create a circle if you want to keep it like, nice and linear, but I think it needs a little bit of softening here. So my idea, let's see on this one, green. So I'm gonna stick with the green. That was kind of like the first paper that I reached last night. So this paper here is the one that has all these beautiful icons on the A side. The name of the paper is The Great Outdoors, which is actually works perfect. I don't want to keep this because it's like really busy for what I have in mind. Instead, I'm going to go with the B side. It's more of a plain design-ish. Remember, ish is the word of the day around here. So let's create our circles. And I'm going to go very, very technical and use a ball. I'm going to use the balls here. You don't have to be fancy about it. You just want to create the circles. Okay, so let's first draw the circles, and you're gonna see that I kind of draw them a little bit here. So I'm just going to go a little bit darker. So just a pencil, nothing, out of the ordinary. So I'm just gonna draw my line. I'm gonna go twice. So I have the one circle there, and it's not even a full circle. It's just like a half a circle. So I need to create 3 circles because I want to create kind of my triangle there. So think of here. I'm gonna go over here. Again, I'm gonna use the corner of the page. Again, I tell you how big the circle is, just in case you're wondering about the ball. So 6 inches-ish, okay? And I'm not using full circles. I just want like the idea of, I still want the pattern paper to stay behind. So, but I want to soften some of this grid on it. So again, I'm going to draw the corner up here. Like I said, very technical, okay? Nothing like, I could have brought a compass. I was like, let's just use the ball. Everybody has a ball at home. And 1, 2, I need to create a triangle. I think I'm gonna go down here. That means that I'm creating the perfect spot for my pictures. And that means they're gonna sit right on the center. I'm creating the visual triangle. That means that whatever I sit on top of it is like in the center is gonna be the focal point of it. So my pictures already know they're gonna sit right here. So now, and these are 3x4s, by the way. So I already know this is gonna sit here. So I think I want I want it down here. So pencil, let's move it down a bit more, give it more. And this is how you kill pattern paper. So here we go. Our friend scissors. So let's get this cut out. It is gonna take you some time to build the background. You're gonna see that that's what I did some of the work ahead of time, and then I had to wake up early today. Like I said, lately it's all about wrecking stuff in my house. It's wrecking stuff. It's just technology is getting the best of me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. If you have like a circle cutter and you want to do it with a circle cutter, then go ahead, and use it. But you know what? Like I said, I went technical with my stuff, and I was like, oh, everybody has a bowl. Let's pull out a bowl. Let's be honest. We all have bowls in our house. Just don't. Like I said, you can go with a square, you can go with any shape that you want to. Just to show you the concept and see how we can soften all these lines, I went with a circle. Okay? So let's go at it and just take away these circle pieces. And don't throw them away. And you're going to see that my circles, when I cut them, are not going to be perfect. That's what I said. If you have like OCD, which we all do in a way or another one, then you might want to use a circle cutter. You can put it through your die cutting machine. Like, if you have like you will have to use like a digital, like a Cricut or a Silhouette, or you can use a circle cutter. They are available in the market, but like I said, we all have bowls in our house. You can use different things. You can use like a roll of anything. They don't have to be this big. My bowl is 6 inches, 6 inches. But you can go with something bigger if you want to, or you can go with something smaller. It's completely up to you. I'm just going to give you the idea, and then you guys roll with it. So one circle, don't throw it, because we can use it. And you're going to see my circles are not perfect, and I'm okay with that. So I say. So I'm going to erase the line of pencil so it doesn't, bother me that it's not round. So there you go. So everybody see something there, but it's okay. Hello, everyone. I see a whole, you guys are just finding us. Thank you for joining us. Don't worry, you're not late. You're on time. I've been babbling about, how I've been killing stuff on my house lately. And like I said, my husband's going to kill me because this laptop, this was my Christmas present. And I already wrecked it. And I don't know what happened. I think probably when I opened it, I squeezed the lid of the laptop, and I probably bend the little cover that it's like a little film that covers the camera. So there's like a little bend in there. So when I put the camera on its own, it shows like a line in between. Like I said, thankfully I have a second streaming camera. This is the one that I'm using right now, is the new one. The one that you saw me the first is the one that I used last year. And then again, I broke it. I didn't break it. The clip, like, that holds the camera to my what is it? To my tripod or whatever, it kind of came loose. And that's okay. My son uses it for his work meetings because he works 2 days from home. And that's okay. So I got this one. But I went and pulled the stuff off his room, and then, you can see me clear now, which is like Heather said, that's the plus. But somebody's gonna kill me because I just made him spend money on a new printer on Sunday. I think I killed one of the ports on my laptop. I don't know what happened. When you have like, sometimes those things like are you gotta be very careful how you plug things. I plugged like 3 things at once, and then my laptop showed like, oh, one of the things is not recognized. And I think I think that I might have like put it like, upside down and forced it in. Oh God, that's me, So I think I wrecked it myself. So there's a few things that when my husband comes home, we got to chat about, and he already knows. He knows already. I'm helpless with this. So there we go. I have my 3 circles. Okay, so we see what is happening. Let's just erase the pencil line. Okay, so you see where they come from. Okay. There you go. So let me just move it down here so you guys can see it. Okay. So I need a paper at the back to actually like, make sure that I can glue all my pieces together. So I'm gonna pull actually something that has blue. So I'm gonna go into my stash. If you guys are hearing me like, ruffle through papers, it's because that's what I'm doing. I'm just going through papers. I did not want to pull one ahead of time because I wasn't too sure on the color. So I'm trying to see what I have here. So I have this. I'll look at the makers. So I have some green. This is just cardstock. So I'm just trying to find some of the colors. I don't want to use some of the pattern paper again, but I see one that I think I'm going to use. And it's this one. So it's gonna pick, it's not the exact same color, but you're not gonna see a lot of it. But you need something to like secure your paper. You don't want to go with white. You want to give it some color. So let's just kind of hello. I see somebody that I know. Vanessa Tacunelli. She's from Brazil. She's an amazing designer, by the way. So you're gonna see it. So I want something like this. And I like the blue because it is gonna pop some of the blue here. So you see where I'm going for right now? I like this. I think if I put it on top of the green, because this green here matches, I think I'm going back to what I was doing before. So I'm going to go with this blue. And like I said, you're not going to see a lot of it. You're going to see some of it, but not a lot. So, and this is just my scrap paper. And I don't want to use pattern paper for this. So I'm going to use my scrap paper. Like I said, so look at the maker. Going to cut the branding bar here. And then we're going to get into building this page. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Like, I know the weather's changing. Summer's coming. Well, summer's here. I think mostly for the US friends, you guys are already on summer vacation because the kids are out of school. Our kids here in Canada don't come out until in 2 weeks. July, like the last week of June, that's our last day. So you're gonna see I have my circles. Let me just center so you guys see what I'm going for. Okay, so I have my circles. Don't stress, Esther. Just trust my craziness. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do with it. Remember, like I said, we are going to build our background. So we're gonna give it some interest on the background. Okay, so here's where we're going to do the smart thing. Listen, don't throw your pieces. Okay. We're gonna fill those empty blue spaces with these pieces. Trust me. Okay, so trust me. Like I said, I always tell people, my mind works in like, different wavelengths, but this one I thought feel like that too if you want to. Like, if you want, you can do this and then it'll be a great background for you guys. But I think you want to give it some, texture, you want to give it some interest. So we're going to use the die and the cover plate to create your background. And this is the part that's going to be the most time consuming. But once you see what it looks like, and foam adhesive is going to be my friend today. So just in case you guys are wondering, you can make it flat if you want to. I'm going to choose to actually create some dimension. And one of the reasons that I actually went this way is because this collection, like I said, first of all, is very graphic, number one. But the second one is like, it's not simple, but it doesn't have all like, all the flows that we like, it's very masculine. So I thought, let's go with something that like, we can make the best out of it and actually make it look beautiful. So you see what I'm going for? That green space on the back, it is going to disappear. Okay. So I'm leaving a little bit of space. That's what I went with a blue background. And when I put this on top, that is what you're going to look, what it's going to look like. Okay. So I am going to do the smart thing right now. Okay, so I'm going to just place the paper here and, make sure that it's in place. So hold it with my finger. Okay, so remember the pieces that you cut out? Put it there. Get your pencil again. And we're going to mark the circle here. Okay, so I'm going to bring the paper again, the one that you cut out. Okay, we're going to set it in place. Okay, it's a little bit off, but it's okay. We'll cut it up after. So make sure this steps in place. You don't even need the circles here. So I'm making sure that it's a little bit bigger. It's okay. We'll trim it after. Okay, so I'm marking the circles. This one can go. And then this one here, I might have to bring my guillotine to make it like straight. But for now, we're going to go at it. Okay, so I've marked my circles there. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so let's go with the frames, with the hexagon. The ones that I'm going to use in this one are a little bit bigger. I thought about like, making different sizes, and then halfway through I was like, no. And it's not that because I don't want to. It was just going to be a lot of, I have to think what's going to look good in the camera and how long it's going to take me to put this together. That was like, nope, not the way to go, Natalie. So remember, ish, think about an 1/8 of an inch or something like that, the separation between these pieces. So we just create an interest for a background. Okay, so now you're going to see it better now that I have it on the blue and I have the pattern paper. So let's just go at it. So like, those places when you go to, and I'm not worried about this because I'm going to cut some pieces from down here. When you go on your vacation and sometimes the grounds, I don't know if that's you or just me. I take pictures of like the grounds that I'm stepping on or like the streets, and they have like all these little rocks. You see what it looks like? Now there's interest. It's just not pattern paper. It's interest, okay? And that is going to play nicely against our pictures. You don't, and that, I actually listed inks because I was thinking maybe I color them. You don't need to. That's just, itself creates interest. Now, it's the only thing is we have to fill up the spaces, which is what we're going to do right now. So, and you can do this for a card too. This works for like a lot of ideas. So let's go. I'm going to actually trim this one. So let me just see how much of this I need. So I'm going to go. Okay. Because I just need that piece there. And I'm going to go ish. Okay. So remember that I don't measure a lot of stuff. Lie. I do measure a lot of stuff. But for today, with the spacing, we're just going to take like a little guesstimation. Because if I go into like perfect, spacing, guys, we're going to be here the whole day. So you just want to make sure that you create the same, not exact, but ish, the spacing between these things. And they're not things, they're the hexagons. Okay. There we go. There we go. So here we go. We're just gonna keep gluing this in place. See, this piece here is gonna, oh, okay, so just gonna play with it. There we go. Don't tell me I'm gonna run out of tape. Yep, I'm gonna run out of tape, of course. But I have more tape here. Right. Ta-da! I've learned my lesson to have extra tape handy. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Anybody's at the door? I don't have a sign that says do not disturb. Bucci, sorry, let me calm the dog. Bucci. Come on. Sorry, guys. Amazon just dropped something and somebody actually, like, the guy was waiting for me to open the door. So the dog was going to keep barking until I finish. So there we go. That's what happens when you work from home. So there you go. So this is going to be covered with this. Okay. So let's go on the one here. So this one here, I cut, remember, like I said before. Let me move the stuff here. I cut these hexagons with the fourth hexagon from the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I cut the ones that I'm going to use here with the fifth one, just because they're a little bit smaller. This is a smaller hexagon, a smaller circle. Let's go here and let's build it up. Okay. So let's see. Trying to use up, like, be smart where I place things so I don't have to use a lot of this. And my dog is going crazy right now. He's just like, rolling on the carpet and being himself, thinking that I have the time to go, sit down and pet, play with him. And I don't. So he's already looking at me going with his belly up, thinking that I'm going to go play with him. So sorry, buddy. It's funny, It's like literally, he's like laying on the middle of the carpet, just looking at me up with his belly up. So I gotta laugh. Welcome to my house. Craziness happens all the time in my house. And that's what happens when you go live. You can't control it. You see, I can't, there's not much that I can do. So I kind of like, you're gonna see that I have little corners and I'm gonna have to cut a few more for this one. So I'm just gonna see which one is the one that fits here. So it's gonna make sure that I have this like that. Or actually, you know what? I might actually be covering that with pictures, so I might not need to add that one there. Yeah, I think I'm going to be okay. So let's start gluing this in place. Guys, like, one of the beauties of working from home is, it's then you get like, I get to be comfortable and stuff like that. But then again, when I'm doing a live session, even though I can put like a big sign in my door that says "Do not disturb," and my family knows. They're like, they come and it's so. As soon as they open the door, they know that I'm live because there's lights. Actually, the studio lights are on, so they know to be quiet. And but people that are outside, I can put a sign outside saying, no, don't knock at the door. People are gonna think that, like, I'm a little bit weird, and why, like, so the poor Amazon guy, and I think it has to do with the fact that a lot of packages, like, go missing nowadays. So then you have to call Amazon and complain, oh, my package never arrived. So to avoid that, like I said, the guy was standing at the door and my dog is barking like a big dummy, so the guy's probably going, oh. And right now, he's like, literally, my dog is laying down in the carpet with his belly up, waiting for me to show up. And that is not going to happen. So, like I said, welcome to my house. So let's just, you're going to see, I'm leaving a little bit of, now going back to the project, not my life, I'm leaving a tiny bit of space in between the hexagons. You don't need to be like, scientific about this. Unless you like, it's gonna, like I said, because it happens. I have it too, OCD, and you want the perfect spacing, then go ahead, use a ruler. I am not worried about that right now. So you're gonna see that I have little pieces, that the corner leftovers from the cuts. I actually saved them, but I'm looking at this and thinking, I think I need to cut another one. So I'm gonna do that. And I did have my little Altenew machine here. So it will help me, but let's cut let's glue as much as I can on. So I think I need another one. Let me just take a look. I'm gonna need one, split it in half. So let's move this to the side. Yeah. Right here. Don't mind, how filled my little plates are. I know I have another set. I know where they are. And every time I go reach for them, I'm like, I can still use them, which is not the thing I should be saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is the size. Let me double check. Yeah, this is the size. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it from here. So you see, you're gonna see me cut some of the paper. Yay! The only thing about my little machine is that it doesn't take anything bigger than, I think it's 3 inches in width. That's the only reason why I don't like using it that much, because it kind of size constricted. But then if I bring the other machine, then it's too big. The whole table shakes. So, and then I have the in between, but then I will have to move my carts. So you're gonna see me cut stuff. Let's see, maybe just one is what I need. I might need another one. So I can cut this in half. There's no chance it could. We both know that I'll probably screw up. So guillotine. So I'm gonna glue this one right here. Here we go. I'm gonna glue the other one on this side over here. And we're gonna make the rest of the spaces with the pieces that I have left behind. That's why you save all your pieces, guys. Okay, here. And then another one for this area here. Well, actually, you won't see this part, would you? Let's see. You will see this little corner here. So let's go with this piece. Okay, we need another piece. Let's see. We need the piece that goes here. So okay, let's see. Right there. And just to be safe, let's just add the piece that goes over here, which is right here. So here we go. Hello. My poor dog is just laying there looking at me going, hurry up, woman. And I keep talking. Okay, he's flipped right now. Sorry. I know, I'm telling you what my dog is doing. So this is going to sit on top of it. So, and like I said, don't stress over that, because most likely my picture is going to sit there. But if you're like that is stressed, I'm just going to take a piece here. And we're going to camouflage it, just in case. I can cut another one. Let's cut another one. Let's not be lazy. I'll have the papers. Might as well. Let me just cut this. Okay, let's clean up too. Hello there. See, somebody just found us. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So there we go. We have this. Let me put the hexagons away before I lose them. Put it here. So the last piece is the one that is missing here. That's tape there. There we go. So we have our background ready. A little bit too big. Don't stress over that. I am going to give it some dimension. Okay. I am going to actually give some dimension because it needs it. But before we do that, ideally, like honestly, I'll probably be stitching around the circles. We don't have that luxury. So I'm actually going to hand stitch camouflage it. So let's get a pen. I'm just going to see what color pen do I have here. I'm just pulling a few pens. So just give me 1 second. I keep disappearing from the camera and it's not on purpose. I'm just trying to see. I have white. I don't know if white is going to show as I think it should. Actually, we're going to go with white. And I have some. Yeah. Let me toss them back in there. So before I do that, oh, this one is moving. You see, this one doesn't want to stay. Let's move this to the side and then just freehand it. It needs this just to kind of define the circle. And again, I am hand making this. I'm not going like, for the perfect hand stitching look. And I'm not going to hand stitch either because we could. And we'll be here forever because hand stitching does take some time. It looks gorgeous. It adds to the texture, but it does take some time. And I know a few of you guys will probably be like, no, Natalie, like this is as far as we go, because it is something that it is a technique and you have to like it and you have to enjoy it to add it to your layouts. But if it's not something that you enjoy, if you have a sewing machine, then it would be a great place to add texture. I don't get along with the sewing machine. You guys know that. And my mother will kill me if I go touch her sewing machines because I'm good at breaking needles. Again, don't ask. She has my mother is a seamstress. Well, she has machines. She's a professional, those really super fast and big machines. She has a few in her room. She likes them. She bought them. She worked, at one point she used to, when we were going to university, that was her job. She worked at a factory, actually stitching pants, I believe. So we have them. And one of the issues with the sewing machine is that it's super fast. So as soon as you step on the pedal, that thing goes flying. And it's one thing to stitch on fabric. Another totally different to stitch on paper, which is what I do. I stitch paper. So you know how many needles I have broken? And they're not easy to replace. So one day, and my mother knows this because she's like, what did you do? I thought I'd be smart when my mother gets home, because usually when she gets home, she's really quick at changing the needle of the machine, so I'm able to stitch quickly. So one day I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna save it the time and I'm just gonna go and do it. I made such a mess because the needle cracked halfway going in. So we had to take apart that thing to so like I said, sewing machines and I don't get along. It was such, my mother almost I swear, I saw the fear of God coming into my face. I was like, oh my God, my mother's gonna kill me. I just looked at it, I was like, oh God, I started praying because, my mother's from obviously my mother's South America. And if you had or you grew up with a mother like mine, who happened to be very strict, very careful of her stuff, and mostly when she's warned you, do not touch it until I'm home, and you go and touch what she told you not to touch. I swear, guys, I was like, oh, she's going to hit me. She's going to kill me. I was like, and thankfully she she just said, what did you do? She said, just go away. Go away. That's what she said. So it's not that noticeable, but it's there. Okay, so now we're going to put it. Did I screw up this? Yeah. So here we go. We have it here. It needs dimension. Okay, it needs something that is going to make it pop a little bit more. So I'm just thinking, there we go. Yeah, so If foam adhesive is not your friend, then you want to skip this step, that's fine. But I think it needs a little bit. So just because also if you've like laid the pattern paper right now straight onto your page, because you added the cardstock, and remember I'm using 100-pound hammer mill, there's a little bit of dimension. It doesn't look as pretty. Let me just put a little bit of the foam adhesive and then I'll show you what it looks like. So not being like, perfectionist, but I does need to hold the shape here. So I'm just randomly putting stuff. I'm live, so it's different than when, you actually have time to go like carefully around the area, just making sure that it's not gonna cave in spaces. So let's add a little bit here. Okay. So I'm gonna just, before I glue it, you're gonna see it right now. So you see already it does do like a world of difference. The little bit of dimension, it actually is gonna put this together nicely. Creates a soft shadow. Okay, so let's go at it. And I'm praying right now so that when I glue it, I don't have to like, take it apart. And that's the hardest part of the layout. The rest is pretty simple. And we're doing great on time. So that's what I said. I'm going to, this is the part that's going to take the longest, is this part, is building the background. But this one you can use in so many different styles. You can use it, you can add flows inside the circles after. You can, use it for one of your, let me just throw the garbage, for one of your cards. I always like giving you some ideas for like, that can work everywhere. I'm going to, sorry guys, I'm going, lining it up to the top of the page, to the corner there, and praying that I didn't, that it goes nice and straight. Okay, so I know I have excess. The best way for me to cut is with my guillotine. So let me just bring that out to cut it. So I'm going to start, I'm going to use my scissors here to cut this excess. So let me just flip it here. Okay, once I have one here, I can use that to center it, or not yet. Let's go at it. Pieces that I don't need. Okay, here we go. Number one, this one is a little bit bigger. The blue paper was a little bit bigger, so I'm trying to get it all to the same size. So the same size here, I need to trim on this side. I'm just trying to see which is the way to go. Okay, so this way here, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. And I lose the piece. Okay, I'll glue it after. But for now, I need to just cut this part down here. Okay. So let's go at it. I need to trim this excess here first. It's like a smidgen. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more to make it even. Here, the sisters are gonna have to come and help me here. Oh, because I put foam adhesive here, that's why it gets stuck. Okay. And then I'm gonna do this part here. So let's make sure that this stays straight. Yeah, that's straight. There we go. Okay, let's clean the table. But it does look messy, so So the glory goes. This for here. I'm going to cut the excess on this side. Flip it. A little bit of glue on the edge, so it's sticking to my, You're laughing at my misfortune? It's okay. You can laugh with me. You can laugh at me. I'm okay. I own my mistake. Sorry. See, I almost cut you off too. There you go. So there's only a piece here that is driving me insane because it's a little bit longer. So once I trim that, we're fine and we're ready. There we go. Okay. See how you change this from like super, like something that was very, very like linear to something that has a little bit of interest right now? See, the little bit of dimension it does create, it helps with the look of the page. It just adds the little bit more. It creates a separation. You do need a little bit of like color on the background to define your hexagons. And I don't know if I want to add a black line just to define the circles too. So, but here we go. Pictures are going to sit right here. See? Triangle, perfect space for a thingy. Oh no, oh my God. I'm so sorry, Sherry. I feel so bad because I know the feeling, trust me. So let's go with some journaling bits. You can add some pattern paper behind this. I don't think it needs it. There's a lot going on in the background. I do want a place to hold my, my story. I'm gonna put that there. A little bit overlap. So here we go. See, like I said, it's gonna take a lot of this is going to, it's gonna fly by. Maybe I don't even need this. Maybe I just go, no, I do need that. Let's see what else do we have. Something that's gonna give me some rounds. I kind of like that better. It's just like soccer balls. There you go. It does such thing. Yes. That's what I said. This background is gonna help you in a lot. I'm gonna trim this in half. Okay. So that I can use it on the other side too. So best way to keep my pictures together. To the back. Some tape. So I can manage them as one. And you guys know that I'm gonna add a piece of cardstock or something behind it. Chipboard, so that they're a little bit on the sturdier side. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna trim this in half because I want to kind of give the illusion that it's long enough to be on both sides of the paper, of the photo, sorry. And I like that little roundness of it, so. Okay. It can go either this way or this way. Either way will work. But, so let's go this way. I'm gonna use the grid on the back to help me with this, actually. We can have it straight. Let's see. I don't want to lose the word, that's the thing. There we go. And let's. Okay, so now eyeball it. Let's not eyeball things, let's use the rule. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. Maybe even go a little bit deeper. So let's just move it in a little bit more. Much better. Okay. So now we're gonna set it in place. I don't need to add foam adhesive because I added the chipboard behind it. So let's go and set this in place. I'm gonna use the grid on the back to help me. But you see how the circles just like create the perfect spot for my picture? And that softens like, all the lines here. So now let's embellish. Okay, remember this is, take advantage of the circles. Dream destination, let's use, outdoor explorers, and it looks, I love the color. So I could go here. I can put it here. I'm gonna add it right there. Okay. I am gonna add some stuff to this. Don't worry. I'm looking at it going, what can I add? My mind is already thinking about that. So foam adhesive, let's just pick up the 3 places. So one will have to go like, in this circle area. One's gonna have to go in this circle area, and something's gonna be down here. So I can either move it down up here. Let's look for another circle or something that looks the same. Yeah. Same here. And it's not a family vacation. We happen to be, our backyard, it actually, our building ends in a ravine, so we have the Humber River right behind us. I kind of like this. Let's see. No, I like this one here. I think I want to put it over here. So circle, circle. I need another one over here. So let's see. Let's go somewhere. And I'm staying within that green and that blue, so I find this happy place. So going back to where I live, yeah, we have like a huge riverbank that we can, and it actually has bridges and it's beautiful. So it's always nice to go there. Maybe let's see if we flip it here. No, this one has to stay here. This one has to change color. So let's go with this one here. I like that there. I like that there. So you have your circles following the triangle. Use the French cutting die. Yeah. So I'm following, remember, you have your triangle, your visual triangle, you're following the same idea with your circles. So let's add some foam adhesive here. I'll secure it more like, like make sure nothing moves once we finish the live. But for now, we're just going to add some extra. Okay, so here, another piece here. Okay, so title. I am thinking the title should go like this, kind of around here. Okay, let's add a few more embellishments. Let's see what we find here. Oh, get lost. I don't know if I want to add it there. Just trying to see. Like, you know what I'm going to add here? I'm going to show you right now. So wait, because I know that I'm speeding up this. But video enamel dot. Can you see the little spark? Let me see if my idea works. Just because if I don't do it, and I want you to see it. Yeah, I like that. And I'm not going to have enough, so I'm going to have to be, I might not do this. Because I don't think I have enough to do all of this, but I like this. So I might have to go steal some generic enamel dots to do this, just because I think it will look nice like that. Or, let's see. Let's work on the embellishing first, and then I'll do this after, outside of the camera if it has to. Let's see, let's work on the title, because I have this here. Wrap around element. A bit of yellow. I'm going to give you a little bit of yellow. You know why? I'm worried about it. So I think I'll put it around town. So let's go here. And I think I'm gonna emphasize the circles. So I can go around here because, like I said, this is back, like, 2 minutes, you're already at the river from our place. So, but I don't think the word neighborhood fits here. So around an N. I'm gonna have to move this A a bit more. Let's move this a bit here. And let's find a D. This one. Around town. But we have a T, yeah. Around town with the O. W. Around town, there's another N. There we go. So I have my title. I like how my title looks. I think I need something like an arrow or something that's gonna point it up. And I found that in the puffy stickers. It's gonna bring some of the blue. Okay. See, like I told you, you're not gonna need much in this. You have your circles. You need to kind of pump this a little bit more. So let's go with some more embellishments and we're almost done. I know somebody asked me for a little bit of yellow. And I'm a good friend, so enjoy the journey. So I'm gonna lightly lift this up. If I bring some yellow here, I need to bring some yellow over here, and I need to bring some yellow over here. So let's see, what else do we have that's yellow? And kind of a different shape because I have that square, like a square edge. So I'm thinking that that's fine. So I need some yellow over here. And this is from the chipboard stickers, which I am actually going to cut in half because where's my pair of scissors? Remove this one. Just want a little bit of yellow, not a lot. I don't know if this one's going to stay here or I'm going to replace it with something a little bit smaller. I think the fun has to be down here. No, because it says Fun Town. Then my husband's going to be like, what were you thinking? I need to find something yellow here. So let me just look at my little box of embellishments here, but we're almost done. So I'm sure Heather's going to pick up a winner soon. I'm just trying to find something yellow. I might have to go into my stickers. Love this city. Sunshine and fun. It's going to stay there. I'm just moving stuff around to see where I like it better. As you can see, I'm going to move this so that you can read it. There we go. Let's get a piece of foam adhesive. And I am pretty much done. I think my lines with journal, I'm going to keep it either here or down here. And I'm most likely going to have to type them up and put them here. So you see, I think I need something smaller. So a little heart. There you go. I'm going to tell you that it does need something here. And I don't have that many enamel dots to fill the little spots. So most likely I am going to have to use like something that is going to create that illusion. So probably some, how do you call those little liquids like that create that bubble illusion? Let me pull it up. I have this one here, so I don't know if it's generic one. But you need something that is going to give you that illusion here. So either you go with something like this, which is like, I don't even know what you call it. Liquid glass is called this one. But you need something like that, or you go with enamel dots, which I could probably do, but I don't have enough. So I will have to go for, like I said, a generic one. But this might work. Yeah, this will work. Okay. So I'm going to put them here. A little bit extra of dimension there. I don't want to add bling. Because I'm sure you guys are thinking, Natalie, you know, no, not bling for this one. This is most likely going to go into my son's album. So whether he burns it after he takes it from here, I don't know what he's going to do with them, but he said he's going to take them. So let's consider something that's very masculine for him. Okay, so I'll finish doing that after the live, but I like that. Actually, no, I like that. What I'm thinking is that I need to add another line here next to the white one just to accent the colors, but I like what it looks like. So I'm going to flip the camera and say our goodbyes, but pretty much it's done. So let me just clean it up so you guys can see it. I don't know if you can see the little bit of texture. I don't think you need much more than that. It just adds the little dot. Okay. So there we go. So let's flip, add like, maybe you're going to see like some enamel dots here. Like next to this little triangle things here, the little frame things. I kind of like it better there. So I might do it over here and over here, but that's about it. So I'm going to flip the camera and we'll say our goodbyes. Oh, you see. Again, sorry, guys. There we go. I see you guys. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, thank you. It's always fun to do this. Yeah, technology got the best of me today. But thank you so much. Thank you, Heather, for being like, you know, the helper. And congratulations, Shauna Anderson. You won the gift certificate to the shop. Make sure you email Leah at pinkfreshstudio.com. Give her a few days, you know, to answer because she has a lot of work. But make sure, you know, you check it out. Let us know what you buy with it. And as always, thank you everyone for joining me. Remember to check the next live session on Tuesday, I believe, is Heather and Leah. They're going to show you a peek of what's coming next, like this month for the new card release. And it's beautiful. I got to tell you that it's beautiful. And then I'll be back next Thursday and we'll work with lovely blooms. So be something very floral next week. So be prepared for all the flora and all the shine. And as always, thank you so much. Thank you, Heather. And guys, I will see you soon. Take care, guys.